Hey guys, I'm Raquel from MHFamilyAdventures. Thanks for clicking on this video. It is almost 2023, and we are so excited to recap all of the cruises and all of the fun things that we did here in 2022. So be sure to stick around for this video because we will share some of our favorite cruise moments as well as some of our not so favorite cruise moments, share some tips on cruising as a family, as well as provide an update to our channel as far as how we plan to roll out content to you in 2023. So be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed already, please consider subscribing. We have a ton of cruise content coming your way in 2023, and we like to take you along on the journey. Let's get started. And if you've been following along on our journey, you know that this year was a big year of cruising for us. We actually started our journey of cruising in 2019. We took 2 cruises in 2019, had several more booked for 2020. And of course, you know, the pandemic hit. So we just started back cruising here at the end of 2021. And over the course of 2022, we actually embarked on 15 different cruises. Now, these cruises range from Disney to Carnival to MSC. So again, if you're not already subscribed, please be sure to subscribe and also follow us on social media. We are on Instagram at MHFamilyAdventures as well as on Facebook. But let's get started. So what was our most favorite cruise of the year? Check this out. If you guessed Alaska, you got that right. So Alaska was a bucket list cruise for us, and we were so excited to be able to take our first Alaskan cruise on Carnival Splendor back in July. It was actually over my birthday week, and we had such a great time. My sister Regina and my nephews Cam and Jax attended or went on the cruise with us. We had such a fantastic time. We went whale watching for the first time. We were able to see a salmon hatchery. So lots and lots of fun things there in Alaska. So if you have not taken an Alaskan cruise, I highly, highly recommend it. Don't think your children are too young to take an Alaskan cruise. It's a must do. We are excited to be able to cruise to Alaska here again soon, but definitely if Alaska is not on your cruise bucket list, add it. All right, what was your favorite adventure for this year?
Going to Alaska, getting it off my bucket list. I have now been to all 50 states, so I am happy. But there was a bonus adventure that I was able to experience. I was able to support my wife in carrying out her dreams. And that is so heartfelt for me.
All right, and then our least favorite cruise, and this is our least favorite family cruise of 2022. Check this one out. So you got it right. that dreaded sea work finally caught up with us. I want to say Carnival Conquest was probably our 6th or 7th cruise for the year, and this took place in June. And so myself and Dyson caught COVID while on board. We did quarantine and do all of those things, but unfortunately it did kind of throw a loop into our hashtag Major Summer Vacay 2022, where we were going on 10 cruises over the course of 10 weeks. It wound up being just 8 cruises over 8 weeks, but we had to cancel 2 cruises that were happening right after, one being NCL Breakaway. But you know, overall Carnival Conquest was an amazing ship. We absolutely loved the cruise director. We had a great time, but we're gonna have to do a do-over on Carnival Conquest because again, it was already cut short because of another issue on another ship. If you don't recall, Carnival Freedom had a fire on its whale tail, so it cut our cruise short by a day. So the cruise already didn't start off the way we were hoping it to go. So we're definitely gonna have to get back on Carnival Conquest as a family to explore it some more. All right, and for the cruise line that we tried this year that we are absolutely going to have to book again, I'm sure you're guessing it, it's gonna be Disney. So we went on a Disney Cruise Line. It would be myself and the children. We went, and I believe it was actually it was July 4th weekend, and we went and we were on board Disney Dream. We had such a fantastic time. I heard so many great things about Disney Cruise Line, and I was kind of skeptical, you know, but having been able to sail with them, let me tell you, the ship was beautiful. There was all kinds of entertainment on board. The kids had a blast. Now, this was just a 4-day sailing. This one took us to their private island, which we absolutely loved. And it took us back to Nassau. But Disney Cruise Line, again, is a must. And I know the pricing sometimes is kind of high for Disney, but it's definitely, if you don't have it on your bucket list for cruising, definitely add it to it. It might take some time to pay it off, make payments over time, but we for sure will be cruising on Disney again. All right, Andrew, what was your favorite adventure for 2022?
We were doing the ATV riding.
When we were ATV riding with Aunt Cheryl and nephew Jordan, cousin Jordan. That was your favorite time?
Yes.
All right, so ATV. All right, now the cruise line that we tried this year that we may not try ever again, and I say we, but this was actually just myself and a friend for this cruise, and that series has not come out yet. It will be out here in January 2023. But if you've been following on social media, you would know that I was not thoroughly impressed with Virgin Voyages. If you're not familiar with Virgin Voyages, it is the only adult-only cruise line. It has 2 ships currently operating out of the US, and I had the pleasure of being on board Scarlet Lady here recently, and I just felt that it did not live up to the hype for me. It's a different type of cruise line, having being used to being part of like family environment or family cruises, to step away from that to get on an adults only line, it was very different for me. And again, I'm not going to share too many details on what I didn't like about Virgin Voyages. Just know that I don't know. I don't think this would be a cruise line that I would try again. So you're gonna have to stay tuned. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that you are made aware of when I post those Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady, that vlog series, so that you can see everything that I did on the ship and what I liked and what I didn't like about it. But Virgin Voyages, I don't know. I don't think it's a cruise line that we'll be trying again. All right, guys, what was your favorite adventure for 2022?
The whale watching.
Whale watching?
Yeah.
Anything else?
The golf carts in Bimini. I liked, was it Ocean World in the celebration? And yeah.
All right, awesome. All right, so the ship with the best food. I know everyone always wants to know, how is the food on a cruise ship? And it just ranges. It varies depending on which cruise line you're on. But a cruise line that I was able to try this year for the very first time that really, really impressed me was NCL. So I was able to be on the first sailing out of Galveston for the NCL Prima, which is NCL's newest ship. And let me tell you, I probably ate and drank more on this ship than I've ever done on a cruise. I was able to take this cruise with my brother Lou. We had such a fantastic time, but the food with NCL, and I've heard that this is common across all of their ships, it was phenomenal. So my highlight from NCL Primo was actually the Indulge Food Hall, where they had different kiosks that you can order food from. And let me tell you, the food was good, it was flavorful, and the food just kept coming. I absolutely love that concept with NCL, and I'm excited to cruise with them again in the future. Jo Marie, what was your favorite event or favorite thing from 2022?
My favorite thing from 2022 is when I get to hold birds, and also when I get to go on the dropper for the first time.
So you got to get on the dropper, which is a water slide, and hold the birds. Was that at Ocean World?
Yes.
That was at Ocean World here recently. So Jo Marie's favorite adventure. All right, so best ship overall. Now this was really hard to figure out which ship was the best overall for us this year. Now this cruise here was not a cruise that the whole family took, but Andrew and I, we went on a mother-son cruise back in March with my sister Cheryl and my nephew Jordan, and we boarded the Carnival Mardi Gras. Carnival Mardi Gras is one of Carnival's XL class ships. It's one of its newer ships, and at the time of us sailing, I think it had only been sailing for about 6 months or so. So Carnival Mardi Gras was fantastic. I love the size of the ship. I loved all of the amenities. I love the food options. I really love that itinerary as well. We were able to go to Roatan, Honduras for the first time. So that was super exciting. So I would say overall, that ship, that class of ship, because if you've been following recently, we were just on Carnival Celebration. That class of a ship, I think Carnival really did well with creating that class. Absolutely loved it. So I would give Carnival Mardi Gras the best ship overall for our cruising in 2022. All right, and the cruise line that I think we need to do more of, that we had an opportunity to cruise a couple times this year, that I think we're going to try more of in 2023, is Royal Caribbean. So we did cruise Royal Caribbean. I actually sailed on Royal Caribbean 3 times this year. I did Independence of the Seas with my sister on just a quick 2-day sailing. Loved Independence of the Seas. Don't care for the 2-day sailings. It's not really worth it to fly from Ohio to Florida for a 2-day sailing, but it was nice to be able to experience that ship. But we also sailed on Freedom of the Seas. Jo Marie and I, we took a mother-daughter cruise back in April over Easter weekend, and we were on board Freedom of the Seas. And then we did Freedom of the Seas again with our family, my Aunt Plum and Uncle Jimmy and family. We cruised with them in the end of May to jumpstart our #Major Summer Vacay. And we had such a fantastic time. I mean, the food on Royal Caribbean is great. The service is excellent. Absolutely love the shows and entertainment. So I think for 2023, we're definitely going to have to add some more Royal Caribbean into our itineraries for the year. And I do think we probably need to get on an Oasis class ship. We have not cruised on an Oasis class ship, so I don't know, we might have something coming here soon. All right, and another new thing for us for this year, or this would actually be for me, if you've been following along, you know that some of our cruises we do as a whole family, some I try to do a cruise with each child, to spend individual time with them. So I did, like I said, Freedom of the Seas with Jo Marie. I did Mardi Gras with Andrew, and actually here in a couple of weeks, I'll be sailing on Liberty of the Seas with Dyson for a mother-son cruise. But there was a cruise line that I tried for the first time, and an experience that I tried for the first time that I definitely think I will do again. Check this out. So yes, I took my very first solo cruise this year back in September, and I absolutely loved it. I like to give a huge shout out to the solo cruise guru herself, Sig Cruiser, Cheryl from Sig Cruiser. If you're not following her channel, be sure to check that out. We did 2 live streams earlier in this year to talk about solo cruising, so be sure to check those out as well. But absolutely love that experience of having my very first solo cruise. MSC, to me personally, is underrated. If you did not follow that vlog series, be sure to check that out. I give a thorough review of MSC Divina, but overall MSC really impressed me, and just being able to cruise solo without the family was a different experience. Now, I did miss my family, but I loved having that me time, being able to cruise, relax, and just have a good time by myself. So much that I just, in fact, booked a solo cruise for 2023 going to, drumroll, Europe. So I will be going to Europe solo next year. I'm so excited. I'm not going to release all those details right now. You'll find that out once I start traveling and you catch those vlogs, but so excited for that. All right, hold up. So since booking the cruise just 2 days ago and recording this video, I now have my sisters on board for this European cruise. I think my husband might have paid them to join me, but nonetheless, I will have the details coming out soon. So excited for that, but just thankful that I had that opportunity to cruise solo. So if you're debating whether you want to cruise solo, sometimes it's hard to get a group of people to travel. Don't stop cruising or trying to plan a trip because you don't have people to go with you. Try that solo cruising. There's a lot of resources out there on YouTube, but definitely solo cruising was probably one of my best experiences for 2022. All right, and this year, with just the growth with our channel, the number of subscribers, all of the opportunities that we've been afforded, we had 2 really exciting moments for us that happened this year. If you missed it, again, follow us on social media at MHFamilyAdventures on Instagram and Facebook. But if you did not follow along, we recently sailed on Carnival Celebration, and we actually received an invite to attend the naming ceremony for Carnival Celebration. So Ron and I and the kids, we actually had to adjust our travel plans because we got notice or the invite kind of late. And so we adjusted our travel plans for Thanksgiving and went down to Miami a couple days early so that we could attend the naming ceremony. It was an amazing time. It was such an experience. I'm so thankful for that. So thank you, Carnival, for sending us that invite and for having us there as you named and brought in Carnival Celebration. We later then, the next day actually, we got on Carnival Celebration for the US inaugural sailing. So we were excited for that. But the other moment that was very special to us, or to me because I was the one there, was very recently. I did a 24-hour trip to New York City to attend a special event for media for the MSC Seascape. So the MSC Seascape is MSC's newest cruise ship. And honestly, I had no clue that when I got the invite to attend that I was going to be attending as media. When I got there, it was just a media event. I had a media pass. I was so excited. So again, thank you MSC for that opportunity. But those are 2 big highlights for us for this year. They both happened kind of late in the year, but it just kind of gives us an idea of what's to come. So we're super excited for that, and so thankful to have had those 2 opportunities. All right, something else that I wanted to add to the list of some of our favorite things was we want to give a big thanks to all of the cruise lines that we cruised on this year. That would be Carnival, Royal Caribbean, MSC, Disney, all of the cruise lines that we cruised on this year, because one thing that we love about cruising is that it's all inclusive. And I don't mean all-inclusive meaning it includes all the food and drinks and different things like that. I'm talking about it being inclusive to those who may have special needs, those who may have mobility concerns, things like that. I just felt like with every cruise that we took, we ran across so many different crew members, cruise directors who were very, very understanding and supportive of those who have developmental delays, autism, different things. As you know, our Andrew has special needs and he loves cruising. And I think he loves it because of the people that we run into when we are cruising, as far as those on the ship, those who've been trained to work with individuals with such needs. We just absolutely love it. And we want to thank all the cruise lines for making sure that cruising is inclusive. All right, so again, if you've been on our journey throughout 2022, we thank you. If you're new to our channel, we thank you for even clicking on this video, for subscribing, for just giving us all the well wishes for the growth of our channel, our cruising adventures and different things like that. I do want to share a couple of updates and a couple of things that we are going to change into 2023. The first thing being is that we kind of air out or share our vlogs pretty sporadically. It's just whenever we cruise, we'll just start posting videos. There's not a rhyme or a rhythm or reason to why we post on certain days and things, but to make things more stable for our channel, we have decided that we are going to start releasing our vlogs once per week, and it'll take place on Friday nights at 8 p.m. And we're kind of going with that theme of TGI Friday. If you know, back in the day, you would have the family shows that would come on at 8 p.m. on Friday nights. So we're going to kind of stick with that for 2023. So you'll see new vlogs every single Friday at 8 p.m. on our channel. Some of those will be premieres, some of those will just be releases, but definitely join in on Fridays at 8 p.m. for our TGI Fridays. We will be sharing our vlogs every Friday. And another change that we're going to do for 2023 is we want to make sure that we're engaging with our supporters and our subscribers even more. So we have decided to do live streams twice a month. These live streams will take place on Tuesdays, and we're calling it Chit Chat Tuesdays, Chit Chat Tuesdays with MH Family, and we will be doing those every first and third Tuesday of each month, and we're going to do it around 7 p.m. and we will, set those reminders up for you. But we plan to do like one of those sessions will be more of a let's talk about what's going on in the cruising world. Let's talk about some of our cruising plans, things like that. And then we're going to set up the other one for the month to be more of a Q&A. If you have questions regarding cruising with families, cruising with special needs, if you have questions about certain ships, anything from a cruiser or even a travel agent perspective that you might have, feel free to bring your questions there. So twice a month we will be live, and it'll be Chit Chat Tuesday with MH Family, and again, it'll be the first and third Tuesday of every month. All right, and you will also notice that we'll be sharing out a lot more shorts in 2023. We like to be able to engage with you with very quick clips of some of our adventures and some of our fun times. So be on the lookout for our shorts. And when you see them, please give them a thumbs up so that they can keep filtering through to other channels so we can bring on new family, new subscribers to our channel. But again, thank you so much for all of your support in 2022. We really do appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a prosperous new year, and that 2023 brings you all of the adventures that you want. And again, thanks for sticking around, and we look forward to seeing you all back in 2023. Happy New Year.